Hi guys, welcome back. Now we're going to do the classic cream of broccoli with cheese soup. Cheese is optional. We're using cheese today. Real easy soup, man. Real easy soup. What you're going to want to do is I've got 3 tablespoons of butter melting down in my pot here, and what we're going to do, I've got a quarter cup of white onion minced up pretty fine. Chunk that in there. Start sauteing that down. We're on, medium, slightly to the high side medium heat. Just letting that get all cooked down. Got a cup and a half of chopped broccoli. This was frozen. Frozen, not frozen, doesn't really make a difference. If you are using fresh, you're going to want to steam it first. So, toss that in there. It's partially thawed, just kind of to expedite this process. Plus, if it's not, it'll add a little bit of water, so you're going to want to cut down the chicken stock a little bit later. Speaking of chicken stock, what else we got laying over here? Got 3 tablespoons of flour. I have a half a cup of heavy cream. Sometimes they call it heavy whipping cream. Same stuff. Got a quarter of a teaspoon of kosher salt. The recipe calls for kosher, so I used kosher. Regular salt, I'm sure, would work. I've got 2 cups of chicken broth in our new favorite measuring cups. And the recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup of shredded cheddar. That's probably a cup and a quarter. So I'll add some of it while we're actually cooking, and then we'll save some to put on top later. So, need to get this cooking, just a light simmer. I mean, or a saute, I mean. Don't really want to cook this. Just until, the onions are tender and the broccoli's kind of tender. Let's go ahead and check. Try to grab a bigger piece of broccoli. Let's give it a taste for it. That's doable. Alright, so what are we doing here? Going to mix in the flour and the salt and pepper. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and toss the salt and pepper. We are going to use pepper, it's just to taste like usual. Just going to throw that right in there. Mix it up a little. This is a non-stick pan. It's already pretty scratched up, so I'm going to go ahead and use the whisk in it anyway. I'm just going to be careful about it. No hurry, man. No hurry in adding this stuff in. Take it a little bit at a time, or you're going to get the dumpling thing like I mentioned before. See already how much thicker it's getting just from that little bit that I already put in there? But considering how much liquid I'm about to add to it, it can get pretty darn thick, and that'll be alright. It'll thin out later. It's actually kind of starting to be like a broccoli roux. First green roux I've ever seen. How about you, Marty?
Yeah.
Yeah, that all in all looks like baby food.
Or like, creamed broccoli.
Or like, yeah, creamed broccoli.
Notice he's looking at his recipe.
Oh, sorry, my handwriting is absolutely atrocious and terrible, so sometimes I can't read my own handwriting. Alright, I'm going to gradually add this chicken broth. Just a little bit at a time here.
Don't forget about the bottom of the cup.
Oh yeah, totally don't forget about the bottom of the cup. I mean, if you're using something with a pour spout, you don't have to worry about that, but since by and large we've been doing it in these glasses here, you don't forget the bottom of that cup. Starting to look more and more like broccoli soup already, don't it?
Matter of fact, it does. So as the soup simmers, it'll boil down and get thicker and thicker, or what? How's that work?
Yep, that's exactly how it's going to be. You're going to want to turn this up to try to get a boil out of it. Which really shouldn't take long because...
It's already hot.
yeah, everything's already hot. Once again, keep it stirring.
Yeah, and a few minutes ago I cooked some stuff for another show.
Yeah. See, it's a little teaser. You're gonna have to watch the show just to find out what that is. All right, we're getting an all right boil over here. Pretty much all we need to do at this point. We're getting an okay boil. And Marty, you want to take a look at this? I mean, you don't want like a really rapid, violent boil. That's
just a medium to light boil.
That's the soup boil.
Well, you can see it thickening up too, pretty good.
Now you're gonna add your cream. That's a half a cup of cream going in there. That's why they call it cream and broccoli soup. Oh yeah, look at how thick that's getting. All that flour's cooking, man. All that flour's cooking. Pretty much, man, it's cream and broccoli soup at this point.
Now it's just time, huh?
Now it's just time and some cheese.
Not like the flavor time, you know? No, it's time on the clock.
Like temporal time. The cheese, don't add the cheese in like a giant handful. Or you'll get, clumps of cheese. Add it a little bit at a time. I mean, this stuff is freaking hot. It's going to melt that cheese right quick.
I like how that burner's electric blue instead of the red that it really is.
The red that it actually is. It's totally burning the bottom of my gut, too.
Well, that in the oven.
You know what? I think I might just add all of this. What do you think, Marty? Cheese it up?
Might as well try and see what happens.
All right.
I might maybe turn it down a bit.
That's probably not a bad idea. It is rocking pretty freaking hot.
We don't want it to be too thick.
Yeah. If it ever...
Look at that! It's blue!
If you ever need to stop the cook, just pick it up. I mean, the handle of this thing's not hot. The handle of most things won't be hot anymore. It's been a long time since I've seen some real, all steel or cast iron stuff. If you're using cast iron, pick it up with a Class 4 hazmat suit. Because it's going to melt your hand off.
I'd maybe turn it down to low and just let it simmer for a bit.
Right now I'm trying to get some stuff off the bottom here.
Use a spoon.
A whisk will do it.
A whisk will do it? Alright.
Whisk will do it more gently. Alright, I'm going to scrape out the last bit of this cheese here. Now I can't believe that we're pretty much right dead on schedule. Right dead on schedule because the boss is about to get home. The boss being Marty's wife.
The taste tester extraordinaire.
I don't think that we've mentioned in this entire series that Marty's like my big brother.
Yep.
Yeah, we're totally brothers. I can't believe that we haven't mentioned that earlier. I don't see a resemblance, but, You know what? That's done. We saved the easiest soup for last. It is officially done. Now it's 15-minute cook time.